Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Libra March 21, 2022. Some of your greatest joys and challenges will likely emerge through learning, communications, and connecting with the Moon's North Node in your solar third house until July 2023. It's a time to develop your communication skills and sensitize yourself to others' needs and communications. This process will help release you from nervous tension and pressure with learning and sharing. It can be a time to enjoy more light-hearted chats, connections, studies, and personal interests, which can help round out your experiences. Today holds the promise of potentially beneficial information through friends or networks. You could make a real connection or get over a stumbling block on an emotional level. Lean towards activities and people that encourage you to improve, grow, and develop. You might decide to keep your ear to the ground today, as helpful information can surface that serves as further inspiration for new ideas, dreams, and goals. Make a wish. Before the moon concludes its mystical journey through Scorpio and your expansive ninth house of adventure, wisdom, and belief systems, it will meet with your elusive planetary ruler, Neptune. Single, crushing, or already falling for your special someone, you could feel as though you've been lacking a sense of direction in your love life. Granted, with both Mercury and Venus retrograde via your socially conscious 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world, you're being presented with a series of opportunities and significant insight. In the meantime, however, you're being guided to trust your inner knowing and take a leap of faith. Who can you work with? Recently, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn has caused miscommunication in your professional communities, both on and offline. So, you may have a few conversations that need to be cleared up, which could happen as Mercury retrograde trines the North Node in Taurus today. Whatever is or is not said can be considered destined, which could impact who you continue aligning yourself with professionally. No matter what happens, you will find yourself aligned with a supportive community that backs you on your career path, professional dreams, and successes. What a difference a few days can make. It was 2 days ago that the moon, in its final hours in your financial sector, clashed with planets in your income sector. This was the moon's first visit for the year and the first since both planets in your income sector turned direct, something that energized both sides of the financial fence but may have created some financial tension. As the moon returns to your career sector today, this will channel any remaining tension into motivation. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. It's kind of fun to lose yourself in the mystery of a new person. So it's entirely unclear if anything serious is ever going to develop from this. That's okay. Enjoy the puzzle while it's in front of you. What you want seems to be magically in tune with the people you meet and socialize with. You feel a strong sense of identity and flirt with whoever you meet or find appealing. Others are content to listen to what you have to say, and you benefit equally from their response, enjoying connections you make. The planets are in a favorable position now, producing no small amount of mysteriously steamy heat. In other words, be careful about your aim these days, for you might not have a very clear view of what you want. Instead, look within for direction and listen to your body for important messages. Usually your body tells you what it needs when you care to listen. To tune into your body, be sure to get a workout at least 3 times a week. If you have kids, consider involving them in the planning of the family budget. Children are never too young to learn about this extremely important aspect of life. By starting them early in understanding the value of a dollar, and teaching them how to put some away, and how to determine a goodbye, you will give them skills they need and will use for a lifetime. If you have teens, consider showing them your own household budget and expenses. It may help them to gain insight. Your tarot reading for today. The Chariot, Death, and the Devil. The cards show you are waiting for the return of a loved one in your life. You need to know who it is to understand the lessons of this draw. This is a person who means a lot to you, but who, unfortunately, you see rarely. The cards show you have an unbreakable bond with them. When they are with you, they bring a lot of human warmth, joy, and happiness. However, their absences make you nostalgic, sometimes melancholy. The cards invite you to take a new direction in your life, to renew your personal projects, and allow yourself to set new goals. This is why you need to turn to the future more than ever, so you can take stock of your current situation. The cards represent a person who has reached the end of a cycle. Someone who has accomplished things of which they are proud, but who seems to look ahead with some uncertainty, and even apprehension. It represents the need to continually renew personal goals in order to avoid situations where you are defeated or blocked. Your draw suggests a turnaround in your life in April 2022. The return of this person who is so important to you could be a trigger that will open new doors on a personal level. In fact, you are in a transition period, the end of one cycle and the beginning of a new story. Day after day, you will have to make decisions and move forward in your life path in order to make this a happy and fulfilling transition for you. Our eyes in the sky. You might also feel like your money is restricted and you're unable to spend what you want to due to financial constraints that are controlling and obstructing your life. Starting a savings plan will allow you to grow your finances into the future. It's time to put your pennies away for a rainy day, because that rainy day could come sooner than you think. It will also give you some cash so you can buy a few treats on a whim without worrying so much about the price. You might be ignoring your goals and spending more than you're saving. Try to stick to your budget, and don't let your emotions lure you into spending more than you have or maxing out your credit cards. Abortive energy from healing asteroid Chiron is with you this afternoon, encouraging you to put yourself first and step into a leadership role. Your communication skills and mental clarity could take a small hit, and the moon forms an unbalanced aspect to Mercury later in the afternoon. If you've been working hard all day, now would be a good time to take a break and indulge in a healthy snack. As evening falls, you'll likely be in the mood for adventure and socialization. If you can swing it, try to make some plans to meet your best pals for dinner, and be sure to try out a place you've never been to before. We might realize that despite planning and study, we are fundamentally off the mark in some area, which necessitates reviewing our habits or beliefs. Embarrassment can prompt us to hide from the issue, filling up our time with tasks or distracting ourselves with unhealthy vices. Life itself is a learning curve, so be gentle with yourself. Admitting that we don't know everything is important. If we had all the answers, there would be nothing left to discover, and life would quickly lose its luster. This auspicious transit encourages us to embrace risk-taking and keep an open mind and encountering new information, polarizing ideologies, or unusual beliefs. Trusting our intuition and following synchronistic breadcrumb trails increases the likelihood that we will collide with serendipity. This is an ideal influence to make investments or accept a travel or educational opportunity. We might take up new hobbies or adopt a spiritual or philanthropic practice that affords greater community engagement. New people who enter our lives now will revolutionize how we participate in life's cosmic game.